Anyway,
I don't like that.
This grown-ass woman, this is what she looked like, by the way. Absolutely beautiful and stunning.
Right,
and
sure.
I have no idea what happened to her that resulted her into looking like a toddler.
It feels like I'm watching a rabbit.
It's so freaking weird.
Like, but who's seen that and being like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck? Who's seen that and being like, yeah, no, I like that? Extreme infantilization. Something's wrong with China. Video by Miss Wee Wee. Whoa, what a name, Miss Wee Wee, huh? All right.
Yes, this is a full-grown adult, by the way. This is a full-grown adult woman.
The fuck you trying to tell me right now?
In her 20s.
In her 20s, you say?
We've all seen it. Take Nick and Carrie, for example.
Nick and Carrie. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. All right.
What are you doing?
Bro, imagine doing this shit with your girl, bro. Imagine doing some shit like this with your girl. What the fuck?
There's so much traffic in Bali. You might be just...
I'm so hungry, but it's so slow.
Oh, it's coming.
Don't touch me.
Calm down, man.
Don't touch me. No.
Crazy work.
Yeah, bro, I think I just leave my girl if she acted like that. I can't lie to you.
And you may also have heard of Yumi Kim, YouTube's most infantilized woman.
Hi everyone, today is my graduation day and I already put on makeup.
She's 26 right here.
And this is my outfit. And then I'll put my graduation gown. And right now my boyfriend is getting ready and my parents are getting ready.
Yeah.
Come here.
Everybody gets
Yeah, perfect.
Her
Smile.
stepdad. Okay.
Smile.
Her boyfriend.
Ugh.
What the fuck? Well, then again, she is 26. I mean, he still look kind of old to be with a 26-year-old, but still.
Yes, mom should be here.
It's okay. Not me.
On one side of the internet
This is a
and
mental
one side of
illness.
the world, we have children wanting to look like adults.
Right.
And on the other side, we have adults wanting to look like infants. Infantilization means treating an adult like a child, as if they are less capable, less intelligent, or in need of control and protection.
Yeah.
And
Nah,
infantilization
this is sick. These people are evil, I think.
can also be a sign or tactic of emotional abuse, especially
Because they know what they're doing. That's why I say it's evil. It's like, I'm going to act like a child, so you treat me like a child, but in their head, they understand things like an adult. That's super weird.
in close relationships or controlling
Very
environments.
manipulative, I feel.
It can happen in personal relationships, workplaces, or societies as a whole. And if it's done to the victims long enough, the victims will start to do it to themselves. But with that being said, infantilization might not always be intentional with malicious intent. However, it is still very harmful, especially when the person being infantilized is an adult. And if you think what we saw in the beginning was unsettling, just wait for today's episode.
It gets worse? How the fuck it get worse?
When you see really disturbing and unsettling posts, sometimes the more disturbing thing is that you don't see any negative comments. Not in the sense of like bullying or harassment, not like that. I mean like no one is saying, hey, this is not right. No one is saying,
hey, what's going on?
I was just scrolling and I saw a post. And so
I mean, right and wrong is subjective, but the shit is weird as fuck, no doubt.
I looked further into it and then I saw more posts. But basically I just saw this post.
Right. Now, if I seen a picture of this, I would think, okay, here we have what appears to be a 15, maybe a 14-year-old girl, right? Okay, how old is she?
At first glance, you'd be like, what is a 10-year-old doing wearing makeup? She's
10?
a grown adult. She's a grown legal adult posting photos, being seductive and sexual and posing as a kid. And out of every single one of her posts, I only saw 2 comments saying something like, this is not right. Everything else is just emojis, it's support, it's creepy men saying things that I don't ever want to see again.
Yeah.
It's freaking weird. This is not cute. This is not trendy. It's really freaking weird. And
it's thirst trapping PDF files. We know what it is.
It's not the only one. There's this woman. She is definitely not a kid either.
Wow.
She's already an adult and attending university. Something is not right here. These women in their 20s are all acting and posing like they are infants. It's really concerning.
Right. How are they making their faces look like that, though? Is it a filter, or are they doing some kind of surgery? Because they really do look like kids, like children in the face to a degree, you know? There's got to be a filter of some sort. Yeah, and it's more than the aesthetic. It's more than them wanting to look like a child, which is already very fucking weird. But they're also acting like children, and they're doing it consciously on purpose as adults. What is going on in China, man?
This is a mental illness. Let's not sugarcoat around it, because the more we coddle this type of behavior, the more that it's going to suck for her, the more it's going to harm her. Let's call it out for what it is. It's mental illness, most likely done by her parents or by her partner, that's resulted in a full-grown adult that's going to university to behave like a literal
baby. She's acting like a newborn.
With baby noises, with literally baby music, baby mannerisms. This is genuinely sick.
It's very
and there
weird.
are people complimenting her in her comment sections, saying how adorable she is, how cute she is. This is disgusting. This is the one thing that I hate about Red Note, the app itself. It's absolutely shameless. It's literally festering with mental illness. It's sick. It's sick. By the way, if you're a guy and you're dating girls like this, you are disgusting. I'm sorry. It's just straight up mental sickness.
Yeah, no, I definitely, if I pulled up on one of my boys and he had his girl and she's going goo goo gaga on the couch playing with a fucking rattle, I'm gonna be like, oh, you a whole full-blown weirdo. I cannot fuck with you. This is what is going on here?
And if you're a guy that's dating a girl like this, you're just as sick. Like, you guys are sick. You both need help. Something happened in your childhood and it's time to stop hiding from it. It's time to start facing your fears and get help. This is
weird,
actually
bro.
worrying. Asian women are often pressured to play the role of the submissive, dependent, cute girl even as adults, and sexualized for looking youthful and being gentle and obedient. Infantilization isn't just a social issue.
It's a fucking filter, bro. Oh my God. This is what they got going on over here? This is what they got nah, man.
Shapes how Asian women navigate work, relationships, and even their own identity. And men often reinforce it, rewarding compliance and punishing independence, making it harder for women to be seen as fully capable adults. However, tides always turn, and people are forever evolving. Society always finds a way to expose certain things and bring certain topics to light, to try and make changes. We have to address the elephant in the room to get rid of the elephant in the room. Here's why infantilization is so bad in certain parts of Asia. Confucian gender hierarchies. Much of East and Southeast Asia, China, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam was shaped by Confucian ideology, which emphasizes filial piety and obedience, hierarchies between men and women.
Right.
The idea that women should be gentle, modest, and yield to authority. Within that system, ideal femininity was defined by independence, purity, and youthfulness, traits that align closely with infantilization. Even today, this moral framework lingers in subtle ways. The good woman is still often one who's polite, demure, and non-confrontational. I get it. Like, I get modesty. I get modesty. I think that we have to have a level a healthy level of modesty. I think this is literally perversion. This is not modesty anymore.
Yeah.
Children are cute. Why do we have to put on an infant act? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But I do.
And it doesn't even seem like it has anything to do with modesty.
I do get it at the same time. Exhibit C. Let's just say Exhibit C. This girl, I did some research on her. She is an influencer, a Chinese influencer, who is in university right now doing her master's degree. Okay, so she would be in her...
But what is this, man? Like, it's more than just the content that they're creating, which is already very bizarre and strange. But here she's posting a picture. She looks like she's somewhere doing something. This looks like she's just at a thing. And she's still applying this filter. And so they think this shit is beautiful, that it's attractive.
This is her.
Right.
This is her from this year and last year.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna put this on all of the Chinese dudes, man. It must be a small minority of their population that's into this shit, but sizable enough that there are all these women that are like hopping on this trend.
She would be at least 22 or 23 years old, at least.
Yeah. Bro, just imagine if this was a thing in America, bro. Just imagine if there were like, this was like women here in America thought this shit was like cute. They thought this shit was sexy. Oh my God.
I get cosplay. I get the whole coquette aesthetic. I get cosplay, but they look like adults.
Right.
They look like 20-something.
This is a whole different thing. This right here, a whole different thing.
Year-old women cosplaying. Like this, for example. And like this, for example.
I don't know, that first one, that one was looking a little suspect, to be real, but here, yeah, she doesn't look like she's trying to be a child. She looked like she's trying to be an elf.
You can see these women know that they are grown-ass women, whereas this is perverted. Something needs to change. This is so off, so weird. One part of Asia is growing up way too fast, and the other part of Asia is emotionally stunted young adults that's probably emotionally abused and hijacked by their parents. There has to...
Yeah, let's see what ChatGPT says is the primary cause of this self-infantilization. So I asked ChatGPT, what are the primary suspected causes of self-infantilization? Self-infantilization isn't an official clinical diagnosis, but psychologists and sociologists use the term to describe adults behaving, presenting, or thinking like children in ways that limit autonomy, responsibility, and emotional maturity. The summary says this: overprotective and traumatic upbringings, anxiety avoidance and low self-efficacy, attachment issues, cultural reinforcement of childlike personas, relationship dynamics that reward helplessness, escapism due to stress or overwhelm. From what I'm seeing here, across the board, it's all negative. Whatever is causing it for that particular individual, it's all negative. But it's crazy how being neglected as a child can result in you trying to act like a child as an adult. You know, when you're neglected as a child, you actually have to kind of grow up really young. You have to be pretty independent just to get by if your adults aren't taking care of you. And so it's crazy, once you actually become an adult, you're like, okay, now it's finally time for me to be a baby. Very weird, very strange, very sad.
This one is even worse. Have you seen those trends with little babies? It's like they're literal babies, toddlers, and they have a little camera in front of them. They look so cute. There's like a zoom cam from like a high angle. Anyway,
I don't like that.
This grown-ass woman, this is what she looked like, by the way. Absolutely beautiful and stunning.
Right,
and
sure.
I have no idea what happened to her that resulted her into looking like a toddler.
Feels like I'm watching a rabbit.
It's so freaking weird.
China is using
Like, but who's seen that and being like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck? Who's seen that and being like, yeah, no, I like that? Nah, man, shit.
media to control women and
Is
infantilize
this what communism does to women? Is this oh shit.
them to keep them mentally stuck and hyper-focused on their appearances. A lot of young women are so unaware of this manipulation and are being deeply
They ain't doing that in Russia. They didn't do that in the USSR.
brainwashed.
This one, an adult
Nah, bro, this is foul.
dressed like a 9-year-old.
Nah, bro.
Selling bras. She sells clothes, she sells bras. This is not coquette. This is not Lolita. Like, it is, but it's not. Lolita, however, in Japan is a little different. Lolita fashion actually originated in Japan. It's actually an act of rebellion against sexualization. In the 1970s to 1990s, Japanese women were expected to fit into these types of 2 boxes: the cute and obedient office lady or the sexy and available idol. Lolita fashion flipped that script completely. The clothes are ultra feminine yet modest, high collars, long skirts, petticoats, lace. There's nothing revealing about them. By covering up entirely, women were reclaiming.
This is the Japanese trad wife aesthetic. Okay. All right, a little different from what we got over here.
Femininity on their own terms, saying you don't get to define my body or my beauty. So while the look appears childlike, it's actually a
it seems autistic is what it looks like.
refusal to be sexualized or objectified by men. Lolita fashion turns the tool of patriarchy, lace,
So you
ribbons,
telling me it's just people walking around looking like this in Japan? You telling me this is, if I went to Japan, they not going to a convention or no shit like that? They ain't on their way to VidCon or nothing? This is just how they go to fucking Walmart? Okay.
cuteness into armor. It's hyper feminine but self-directed. Women dress for themselves and for other women in the community, not for male attention. Many wearers describe putting on a Lolita dress as putting on strength. It's a way to exist in public as completely themselves without apology or compromise. It's kind of like a paradox. Japanese women kind of flipped it in that sense, and they never intended it to be sexual. Like I said, if you looked into it, most people that are actually serious about the aesthetic and they are doing it for genuinely themselves and their community, you actually rarely ever see anything sexual. And the people in the community, I've done my research, I've watched videos, even they admitted themselves that in these types of communities, there's always one or two bad eggs, which means these people pervert the aesthetic, twist it, they corrupt the meaning of it. They corrupt the culture, they corrupt the—
I mean, this version, I ain't mad at this one though. You know what I'm saying? It's still pretty bright. There's a lot of colors and shit, but I'm not mad at this version of it. You know what I'm saying?
innocence, the true essence of the
This shit weird though. I don't like that, what she doing with her face.
I can appreciate the beauty of it. At least this I can confidently say is not infantilization. This is just
this shit trash. I don't like this. This one, I don't like this at all.
purely an aesthetic, okay? This is not infantilization. This is infantilization.
She look like a Cabbage Patch doll.
This is freaking weird. This is whack. This is madness. This is absolute horror.
Yeah, no, for
This
sure.
is an aesthetic.
I would definitely think you rode the slow bus, you know what I'm saying, as a kid, if you was moving like this as an adult.
Cultural and social conditioning. In some societies, girls are rewarded for being submissive, cute, compliant. Media, family expectations, and peer reinforcement can make childlike behavior socially desirable.
Yeah.
Over time, this becomes internal.
This is gooning material for PDF files, bro. I think that's what this is.
And women may adopt it even if they could act independently.
Yeah, Little Red Book needs to go.
These people aren't conscious. They are living in something that's been taught to them. They are not thinking for themselves. And I want to say it's not 100% their fault. Like I said, it's trauma from childhood. It's the parents, controlling men, heavy brainwashing, corn. As long as corn exists and as long as the media keeps pushing out corn and
Don't do that. Don't do that. Most people who consume porn don't fucking end up watching this weird shit right here. Don't do that.
as long as
You was already broken before. Yeah, maybe the corn did something to make it worse or accelerate it or what, but that's a you thing, okay? I would dare say most people who watch corn don't end up going down whatever the fuck this road is.
Men keep consuming corn and women keep making corn. As long as this keeps happening, that will always be something that controls the men. That's how they control our men, and that's how they control our women. That's how the patriarchy controls it. Porn controls men.
No, not at all. That's how do you come into that conclusion?
That's the sad reality. Women were raised on fairy tales and Disney. Men were raised on corn. And until the day that we turn to God and realize it's
Oh God, here we go. This is why it's all making sense now. Sure, okay.
Sins, and we can.
How can it be the patriarchy if women are making the porn voluntarily? So women are, wouldn't that make women in control of men? So men are in control by controlling the women who are then controlling the men. Come on, what are we doing? People just are horny. That's the reason porn exists. People want to bust a nut. Too much of anything and too extreme versions of anything can be very impactful in a negative way on a person's psychology. And so I'm not discounting the harmful effects of porn, especially when you're exposed to it at a very young age. I'm just saying, I feel like people try to blame everything on porn. It's like, if you're into this shit, don't blame porn, bro, because I don't think most people who consume pornography end up finding shit like this appealing, or this idea that you watch enough porn, you end up like being into trans porn or gay porn and all that. I don't think that's the reality for the grand majority of people. It's like, yeah, the grand majority of people who drink alcohol don't become raging alcoholics. That's just what it is. Some people just can't control themselves, and some people have weird desires, a lot of times tied to childhood trauma.
Eradicate these addictions and this type of evil and lust. Unfortunately, the modern man will be completely useless. If you watch porn every now and then as a man,
It's gross.
but it's better than being addicted. If a man is addicted to corn, if a woman...
But what about women? Women watch porn too. The fuck?
Actually, if a person is addicted to corn, they are useless as a person.
Wow.
They are 100%
Well, maybe. Jeez. How did this turn into an anti-porn campaign? Me personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with pornography. I think the reason there's so much of it is because it's such a human thing. Men want to see naked women. Women want to see naked women and naked men. And yeah, people want to get their fucking rocks off. Personally, I think more damage is done to the psyche of men who go to these like extreme places where they believe this kind of shit about pornography, or, you know what I'm saying, masturbation, where they think it's fucking destroying their lives if they jerk off once in a blue moon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's neurotic. It's neurotic, man, truly.
utterly useless and brain dead until they can get proper help. Until then, they are literally in a hole, like a mental hole, like a rabbit hole in their own minds. They are completely like a zombie. Like they are gone. If you are...
I guess if you beating your meat 3 times a day, that probably is the mental state you find yourself in. But hey, man, that's what's going on in China. The women, they're trying to look like toddlers. They're trying to look like children. It's weird. You would think you'd only see this shit on My Like Strange Addiction on TLC, but apparently this is just the vibes. This is just the vibes in China right now. So very strange. But you let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comment section down below. Do you foresee something like this ever spreading to America? But yeah, man, until next time, peace out.